It's no good, Margie. I'll have to say something one of these days. Nobody would think we were paying your mother to stay here. Hotel rates are that. Ruddy kippers night after night, queuing up in that bathroom every morning. I think your father must fill his football coupons up in there.
Oh, it's all in a good cause, Joe. Only 2 more years and we'll have the deposit.
Well, that's just it. We practically got it now. If you'd only be prepared to rough it a bit.
Rough it? Look, this is the 20th century. Why should I have to rough it? Or you, for that matter. I've got a right to a decent bathroom. Oh, we've got the deposit. But for what? For some old place without a wash basin in it, without a larder, without any decent hot water in it even. And if you think I'm going to put up with an outside, you know what.
All right, love, all right. But that's all we can afford, isn't it?
And so we decided to stay here with Mum and Dad until we could get something better.
Yeah, we did. But another 2 years of your mother's cooking and I'll end up in the aquarium.
Well, they've got a problem. Joe is a draftsman at an engineering works, while Margie carries on working in an office as a typist to help raise the deposit on their first house. And it's not easy going. But you know something? In a minute, they're going to have some pretty good news, because on June the 14th, 1959, a certain Act of Parliament became effective. It's called the House Purchase and Housing Act. And what it says, quite simply, is that if you own a house which doesn't have a bathroom, hot water supply, food store, wash basin, or WC, you can apply to your local council for a free grant to help you have those things installed. You can't expect a girl to leap at your proposal of marriage unless you can offer a bathroom to go with it. She wants a place with all mod con. Trouble is, the mod con costs money, and the price of a house with a bathroom is naturally higher than for one without, which makes things all very difficult. Until now. This booklet, Is There a Bathroom in the House?, explains in very easy-to-read terms just how. Joe's got one.
Bilston Foundries.
You can now have a mortgage of 95% to buy an old house. And if the house you want to buy or have already bought is without bathroom, hot water supply, food store, wash basin and WC, your local council will make a free gift to you of half of the first £310 you spend on installing them.
Hey, Margie, we might not have to wait 2 years after all. In fact, we might be able to move in 2 or 3 weeks. Look, I've got an idea.
Oh, go on.
Now, Abby, now, look, listen to this. According to this book, you can get a £2,000 house with a deposit of £100.
Well, we've almost got that already.
And if it hasn't got a bath, the council will pay half the cost of putting one in, and you can borrow the rest of the money from a building society.
Oh, it sounds lovely, but where's the catch?
There's no catch in it. It's selling for nothing. For once.
Now, Joe saw a solicitor who confirmed that it was all quite straightforward. He also saw an estate agent who gave him a list of older houses which were on the market. And he found that under this new act, the government will lend money to certain building societies so that they can re-lend it to people who want to buy older houses. This mortgage offer applies to houses built before 1919 and valued by a building society at not more than £2,500 or a little higher than that in London. But the offer of a grant from the council to give you your bathroom applies to any house built before 1945. Doesn't matter whether you're buying it or have already bought it, you can apply for help with the cost of putting in your bath, wash basin, food store, and the other things. So Joe and Margie set off on the arduous but exciting round of house hunting.
Well, what about this? This will make a smashing bathroom. What do you think, Margie?
Mm.
Huh?
Well, I suppose so. But where are the pipes? There aren't any.
Hey, don't worry about that. The plumber will see to all that. Well, do you like the rest of the house?
I do, but can we run to it?
Well, I don't see why not. Well, they want $1,350 for it, and the agent said we might get it for $1,200. So that means we'll only have to put down a deposit of 60 quid, and according to this book, if you've got...
You and your book.
No, if it hadn't been for this book, we wouldn't have started on this at all.
No, I knew we wouldn't. All right.
Now, let's see. Half the conversion cost will be met by the council, and the other half we can put on the mortgage, which we pay back over 20 years. Then besides the bath, we can have a wash basin and a hot water system supplied to the bath, the basin, and the sink. We have a food store put in, have a new loo put in here as well.
Well, let's make sure we've got the house, shall we?
Well, while they were waiting for the paperwork to go through in connection with buying the house, and the waiting wasn't easy, you can imagine, Joe thought it'd be a good idea to see just what sort of bath they'd like in their converted bathroom. So off they went to a builder's merchant.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, madam.
Good morning. We'd like to see some baths, please. Bilston baths.
Certainly, sir. We have several Bilston baths. We stock nothing else, in fact. They're excellent value for money from £20, that's all, with £8 extra for most colours. Oh, by the way, the names of Bilston baths are references to the overall length in inches.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, the 4'6" bath is called an Atlanta 54.
54 inches, 4 foot 6, eh?
I know, I went to school.
And the other baths are named in the same way. Now, this is an Atlanta 54, and here's the 60, 61, 66, and 72. Now, this one, the Atlanta 66, is the most popular size. It has a safe, flat bottom and the pleasing lines associated with an Atlanta. You can tell it's a Bilston bath, just look at that glaze.
Could we have a coloured one?
Yes, of course, madam. Bilston match any colour. They make over 70 shades, so you can have just what you like.
Oh, well, I fancy a pink one with a wash basin to match.
No trouble at all. And what size bath would you like?
Well, I think this 66 would be all right. Fit quite easily, wouldn't it?
All right, well, just tell your plumber or builder that you've chosen an Atlanta 66 in pink to match that earthenware, and he'll order it from us.
Now, what about taps? These look good here. What are these called?
Well, they're made by Sambra Limited. I agree, they look very well on a Bilston bath. Now, these, for example, are fine specimens from their Easy Line range. Oh, by the way, they're known to the trade as raised nose pillarcocks. And notice the design, how they're inclined like this.
Yeah, I noticed it. What's the object of that?
Well, that enables them to be fitted close to the bathroom wall, but still leaves plenty of hand room, so there's no difficulty in turning them on and off.
Well, it's clever.
Yes, and all Easy Line taps have been approved by the Council of Industrial Design.
Bit pricey, are they? Are they expensive?
No, like all Sambra taps, they're excellent value for money at approximately 90 shillings a pair. There are more modest versions in this range at prices as low as 62 shillings a pair. But whichever you choose, the chromium-plated finish will always look attractive. Now, washers.
Oh, I do it myself.
Do what, madam?
The washing.
It means the washers on the taps, don't it?
Yes, but Sambra fit Nair-Drip long-life washers. They won't need changing ever.
Oh, that's marvellous.
And if you want to blend the hot and the cold, well, the Easy Line mixer's the one for you. Now, this model, complete with shower attachment, costs about £9.
Well, that seems the boy for me, all right. Now, we wanted to find out something about hot water systems.
Yes, sir. Well, of course, there are all sorts of methods of heating water. You could use an electric immersion heater, for instance.
I would like some more heat in the kitchen as well.
Ah, well, in that case, what about a Bilston 30 boiler? They come in a choice of colours, and you can have a radiator actually fitted in the casing if you want even more heat.
How much?
£23 without or £32 with radiators.
Well, we must certainly have one of these, darling.